I know that I have bad spending habits, but the problem is that I don't want to fix the spending habits. I want to be able to afford them. And in the meantime, I'll just be mostly ignoring my bank account because what I don't know cannot hurt me.
I suffer from a disorder called can't leave the house without spending money disorder, and it's getting so bad I can't leave the house without just driving to the mall and checking it out. And then I end up buying things, and it's so bad I'm spending so much money, so please help me.
I have a theory that people who grew up with parents who were constantly controlling and managing their money now have like spending problems. Maybe this just only applies to me, but I mean, it's right with my case.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play. Yo, what's up? I'm JPM, Jordan Paul Morgan. And today in this video, we're going to be exploring the psychology of people's shopping addictions. We're going to listen to them tell us about this problem and where it actually stems from. We're going to be reading the comments to see how other people relate to this problem. Before we get started, make sure to hit the like button, share, and subscribe for more. Also, if you have any experience with shopping addictions, leave a comment down below. Tell us how you're dealing with this and how you plan on fixing it, if you are even planning on fixing it to begin with. And if not, tell us how you live with this. Without any further ado, let's get started.
I know that I have bad spending habits, but the problem is that I don't want to fix the spending habits. I want to be able to afford them. And in the meantime, I'll just be mostly ignoring my bank account because what I don't know cannot hurt me.
Okay, that was pretty straightforward. She has zero desire to fix the situation, or the spending habit is what I'll call it because that's what she called it. She wants to be able to afford the spending habit. And that seems very admirable. I just wish she had a plan that she could have shared with the rest of the viewers so we could see how she'd be able to get there. However, in the meantime, let's see what the comments say. Okay, we have, my budget is less about finances and more about vibes. We're budgeting our resources off the strength of vibes. Right. Okay, next comment we have, not being born into generational wealth strikes again. I feel that, sis. Okay. The next one, me too, sis. Buying things is one of the few things that brings me happiness. Spending brings happiness. The global economy is in trouble. Let's look at a few more comments. I've put my bank notifications off because I don't want those bad vibes. All right, let's take a look at a couple more, shall we? Don't worry about the bank. It's just numbers anyway. Finally, someone gets it. I don't check my bank account unless I have to. And I think this is actually one of my favorite ones. If not my actual favorite one. Here we go. My husband made a spreadsheet to budget finances. I ignore that too. Let's see what else we can uncover about the psychology of shopping addictions by moving to the next video.
I suffer from a disorder called can't leave the house without spending money disorder, and it's getting so bad I can't leave the house without just driving to the mall and checking it out. And then I end up buying things, and it's so bad I'm spending so much money, so please help me.
Well, I'm not a doctor or a clinician, but I will do my best to help via the exploration of the information so that we can arrive to the destination. Okay, so the disorder begins with, first, traveling to a destination that would trigger the actions of spending money. For example, a mall. What we would suggest is that you stop doing that. You got to find a way to stop going to the mall. You got to find a way to put a tracker on your vehicle or on your phone and have it send an alert to someone you trust, someone that would tell you, don't do it. Stay away. Don't do it and just stay away. Let's start there. Okay, let's start there. It starts with checking things out. Then it evolves to purchasing things. That escalates to you not having any money at all. We've got to find a way to gain control of this impulse, because that's what it is. It's an impulse. Let's gain control of the impulse. And I think you would have to start by limiting your access to resources. Because you have access to resources, you're now behaving in this manner. If you can find a way to limit your access to resources, I believe it would do you so much good. Maybe taking some of your credit cards out of your wallet or your purse, and then also disconnecting the credit cards that you have on your phone, because you know we have that tap to pay situation as well, which makes things a lot more convenient. Let's find a way to limit your access to resources. This is the best advice that I can come up with. Again, I'm not a professional. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a licensed clinician. However, I believe that this could do you a lot of good. I definitely believe this could do you a lot of good. However, in the meantime, let's see what the comments say. Let's check out the next video.
I have a theory that people who grew up with parents who were constantly controlling and managing their money now have like spending problems. Maybe this just only applies to me, but I mean, it's right with my case. Growing up, I was like not rich by any means. Like we were very like middle class or like lower middle class, like both working parents, never really got an allowance. Also never got paid for chores or anything. That was just like my expectation in the house. And when I did occasionally get money, which would maybe be like $5 a month because I wanted to buy like a J14 magazine or something. Although it was technically my money, I didn't get to choose what I was doing with that. If I wanted to buy something, I had to ask my parents' permission. Even when I had my own paper route, when I like saved up, I don't know, like $200 for like the first iPod, I had to ask permission from my parents to use my money to buy an iPod.
Okay, I think it's important for me to state this up front. You have some amazing parents who it seems like they were looking to instill financial discipline within you. It seems like they wanted you to be good with money and to be, I don't want to say stringent or restrictive, but they wanted you to understand the value of money and not just spend your money on anything that came to mind, because that's called impulse. And a lot of people suffer from impulse shopping. So I wanted to state that up front. You have amazing parents. Shouts out to mom and dad. Let's let her finish.
When I got my first like real job, which was McDonald's, and I remember being like, oh my god, $10 an hour. I was like 15 at this time, so I was like kind of grown enough to still do things. And even at this point, I would just like hide the things I would buy from my parents because I knew they'd be like, oh my god, that was a really stupid purchase. Why are you wasting your money? This is the same for my brother too, so I was like, oh, there has to be a correlation here. We both got our first real jobs and had our own money that like our parents really had no control over. We like became spending addicts. We would spend our money on everything and anything, like the stupidest shit ever. It was like Ubers, food, another Uber Eats, this, that, buying a stupid shirt, buying stupid stuff all the time. But even though I was like slaving away at McDonald's working, I consistently had like less than $50 in my bank account.
All right, it's important to acknowledge this. She says when she got her first job at McDonald's, she would hide her purchases from her parents. Why? Because she knew her parents would say that was a waste of money, right? Now, let's fast forward to her and her brother getting jobs where their parents didn't have any control over, their spending. She now is agreeing with the fact that she has made stupid purchases. She's stating this. This is not something that I'm putting out there. She literally says this is stupid, that's stupid. And however, she acknowledges that the purchases are stupid and dumb and that she should not have made them. So it seems like mom and dad were right Mom and dad were trying to save you from doing exactly what you ended up doing. So let's acknowledge this. She has stated that these were not intelligent purchases, and she's sharing this with us. So it's important to state that mom and dad were right. Shouts out to mom and dad. Shouts out to everybody who has great parents in their lives, and shouts out to everybody who has great role models in their lives. Let's let her continue.
I feel like when your parents control your money too much and like not let you learn how to deal your finances and save on your own, you grow up not knowing like what your limits are. And now you have no idea how to control it and figure out like what's worth spending on, what's worth not spending on, because you're like, oh my God, I can finally do what I want with my money. Nobody can tell me otherwise. So then you just kind of go crazy.
Hey, yo, bruh. Nah. Mom and dad tried to save you from the beginning from these impulse purchases. And now because they were stringent and or restrictive earlier on in life, trying to teach you the discipline, you're saying that these, nah. Because it's you. You want it to be free, and now you're stating that your mother and father were right when they said these were stupid purchases, and you're agreeing with the fact that these were stupid purchases. Now it's mom and dad's fault that you're making stupid purchases when they didn't allow you to make stupid purchases earlier on. Nah, we're not going to do that. Shouts out to mom and dad. You guys are the truth. You guys are the real heroes. You guys are the real ones out there. You tried to tell her, nah, we're not going to play this game. Hey, flag on the play. Flag on the play. Run the flag on the play song. Flag on the play, flag on the play, flag on the play, flag on the play. Oh, there's a flag on the play. There's a flag on the play. Why? 'Cause you played yourself. There's a flag on the play. Flag on the play. Let's take a look at what the comments say. Okay, first comment up, we have yes, and yes. They don't teach you how to spend money. They teach you fear about spending in correlation to spending money. Right. Right. Next comment. No, for real. Growing up, when everything was calculated down to the last cent and never having birthdays or special occasions celebrated because that's it. It was an incomplete comment. Maybe they ran out of characters because TikTok was able to smell the BS from, their headquarters. But shouts out to TikTok for cutting that crap off. Hey, yo, next comment, Shun. Word to your mother. Next comment, Shun. OMG, someone who relates. And after that, this hit way too hard. I got my PS5 box under my bed right now. All right, and then we've got, I'm listening to this after placing 2 orders on Shein. I relate to this on other levels. And then there's, yup, 10,000%. My parents really controlled my money. It's not helpful. I spend way too much money now, and I don't know how to properly control it. I'm learning. This is very relatable. I'm having such a hard time budgeting. So we've got people admitting that they have spending issues, and a lot of this seems to be going back to mommy and daddy's fault. And then also with it going back to mommy and daddy's fault, we're hearing people explain that mommy and daddy actually tried to teach you not to do this, and you ended up doing it anyway. Okay. Right. Okay. What did we learn in class today? Well, I believe we learned that consumerism and impulse spending is a real problem that people have. And a lot of it stems from people looking to find ways to justify their purchases, even when they know they shouldn't be making them, even when they know they probably can't afford these purchases. They will find an excuse to justify why they are doing what they're doing. And I believe the real question that we need to ask is, how sustainable is this? The answer is, it's not. I'm definitely going to be making a part 2 to this. So, if you like what you saw or you like videos just like these, make sure to hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe for more. Also, if you have any experiences with impulse spending or just overall consumer spending in general, leave a comment down below and share your experiences. Has it gotten you into any trouble? How have you managed this? Have you overcome this? Leave that information down below. Look, I'm Jordan Paul Morgan, JPM, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.